Hi, I'm Nancy Dove, here to talk to you about my intervention, which is a lifestyle intervention for the treatment of metabolic syndrome for the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. It's a pilot project called Change in NL. For information on metabolic syndrome, excuse me, or the original Change program, please see the poster right here. So this original program had to be updated and adapted to meet the needs of the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. So our team has 4 disciplines. We have a nurse practitioner who does intake screening and provides history and physical. We have a dietitian who does a nutritional assessment and helps with meal planning and ongoing support. We have a kinesiologist who does physical endurance assessments and helps to establish a graded exercise program for each individual patient. We have 2 counselors who provide cognitive behavioral therapy, which is really important in sustaining behavioral change. To access our program, you just need to meet 1 criteria, and that's a diagnosis of metabolic syndrome. You can be self-referred or referred by your primary care practitioner. Each patient then goes through an assessment period in which each discipline meets individually with each patient to conduct a discipline-specific assessment and to help with the planning of care. Once the plan of care is finalized and the patient agrees to quarterly measurements of blood pressure, waist circumference, having a lipid panel, and hemoglobin A1C done, then the real work begins. So months 1 to 3, the patient meets with the dietitian, kinesiologist, and counselor 1 to 2 times a week for ongoing assessment and support and making any changes to the plan of care as needed. At the end of that period, the patient also meets with the nurse practitioner to review labs and measurements and get feedback, support, and education. Then from weeks 4 to 12, the patient meets again with the dietitian, kinesiologist, and counselor every 1 to 2 times monthly. And at the end of that period, meets with the nurse practitioner again. After this, the patient goes into maintenance, in which they return to their primary care practitioner or are referred to a new one. And the plan is to monitor metabolic syndrome symptoms every 6 to 12 months, and at any time the patient can be referred back to the program for follow-up. There's ongoing evaluation of the program quarterly, in which clinical data is examined, feedback, updated clinical care guidelines, and research is incorporated into the program. At the end, we are devising a final report, which is presented to government in the hope that the program will be continued.